Right, so the big day has arrived. SONA 2022, that's the State of the Nation address happening. You remember last year, of course, it was a virtual briefing, but again, a very different briefing of the State of the Nation. Not at the National Assembly, but this time at the Cape Town City Hall. So the entire area around that has become the parliamentary precinct. And I must say, as we put up the visuals coming from there, it's absolutely beautiful. I must say, this is a really magnificent structure. And this is where, of course, everything is going to be happening. Well, there you go. There's just beautiful Cape Town with the clouds coming over the mountain, and hopefully no rain expected today. But you never know with Cape Town. She is an emotional lady, isn't she, Sakina? She decides on the last minute what weather pattern she's going to follow. But one thing we can say is it's going to be stormy inside, even if it isn't stormy outside. SK, let's get more from you. How are things going there? Who are we chatting to next?
And welcome back to Parliament. Yes, she may look different, but this is the parliamentary district, and it's been declared such as this will be the host venue for SONA 2022 after the fire that gutted the National Assembly in January this year. And I'm joined now by the NCOP Chairperson, Mr. Amos Masondo. Thanks so much for being with us, and welcome to Parliament.
No, thank you very much, and morning to you and to all the viewers.
So the venue may be different, the issues are not, Mr. Masondo. So looking at what's to be expected today, just from your perspective as the NCOP, let's start by taking an assessment of some of the key issues from last year's SONA, economic recovery, the unemployment issue, and of course also just talk about a reconstruction of our economy. How much of that have we been able to actually make meaningful inroads into?
The State of the Nation address is really a platform that's available to the President to address the challenges. Of course, the challenges relate to sluggish economy, poverty, inequality, COVID-19 challenge of corruption, and so on. So the President comes here to map out a program for the coming period, and to indicate how these socio-political and economic issues are to be addressed. We are very confident that the president will live up to expectation and will be able to outline these issues, and indeed to strengthen and boost our confidence in the ability of our countries to grapple with these challenges.
But the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating. So it's all good and well to outline what the issues are and what the plan may be. But of what good is it if it is not realized, Mr. Masondo?
Yes, no, we need to ask ourselves the question all the time. And that question is not so much what is articulated, though important it might be, but to emphasize more and more on the doing part, translating our words and our programs into actual implementation on the ground.
So let's look at the National Council of Provinces and the provincial representation in that particular house. Just in terms of the implementation from last year's SONA, how do you go about assessing what has happened provincially?
What we do is to ensure that the NCOP concentrate on its part of the work. The NCOP, as we know, is a house that really preoccupied with the interests of provinces, ensuring that these interests, provincial interests, find expression in the work of national government. So what we do is to hold the executive accountable. We invite them as the various ministries to come and do presentations, to answer questions, and to clarify whatever difficulties that they may be encountering in the process of doing their work. And we really try and focus on a variety of issues that seeks to unlock delivery of services. This, for instance, may relate to the whole question of ensuring that there's cooperation and greater intensification of cooperative governance and getting the partners and stakeholders to work in a way that seeks to enhance the delivery of services and the improvement of the quality of life of people.
And just looking at that and the responsibility that the NCOP has in terms of holding the various ministers accountable, the executive. There was a story, this was yesterday, I saw this, the Amahlati municipality, unable to pay salaries, goes out and arranges with Pick and Pay for credit to assist with at least some of their employees being able. What do you say to that, Mr. Masondo?
It's a sad story. It's a sad story because it speaks to the breakdown in governance and the lack of capacity by some of the municipalities to do the very, very basics. I mean, if you can't pay salaries, it suggests something about the level of collapse, and that situation really needs to be addressed. Of course, we have said over the years that municipalities are not the same. The metropolitan municipalities are not the same with local municipalities located in the back of the beyond. In the country, and therefore will not have the same money, the same tax base, and will experience problems from time to time. But in the longer term, what we are really seeking to do is to really ensure that the situation is turned around, and that although we will not make every local municipality rich, but to enable them at least to be able to do the basics, such as paying salaries, such as delivering very, very, very basic services, municipal services that are needed by local municipalities and local citizens.
So if we look at Parliament as a whole, including the NCOP, the electorate could very well turn around and say, well, all of this is happening under your watch. This is not an event. Amahlati municipality does not wake up on one morning and suddenly it is bankrupt, suddenly it can't pay salaries. Where are the interventions? You know, you say that you hold the executive accountable. How does this happen when people are actually doing their jobs and making sure that situations are addressed?
The AG's office, Auditor General's office, for some time now, since 1994, has really been grappling with issues related to attainment of clean audits. What we have added to the work that needs to be done in terms of legislation is really to ensure that we also audit performance in every municipality. What that seeks to do is to really ensure that performance, like we monitor the finances of municipalities, must also enjoy a priority, so that at any point in time we are able to say, this is the barometer, this is how things are going, this is what is lacking, these are the things that need to be done as interventions to ensure that we change the situation around. So what I'm saying to you is that we're as worried about the finances of municipalities as we are worried and concerned about the ability to monitor performance and to track it in an ongoing way. Of course, I'm not saying that we expect local municipalities to perform miracles. We do, however, expect them to meet certain basic minimum standards.
So we are here for the State of the Nation address, and I was hoping that maybe we'd be able to take a little walk, but of course there's so much going on this morning and people still setting up that SCUP as that plan. But just in terms of, as the NCOP, what would be for you the most important 3 issues that need to be addressed going forward?
We need of course, there are many challenges, but we need to look at critical issues such as, for instance, growing the economy, the question of unemployment, which is very, very worrying, the levels of poverty in the local municipalities, and so on. Of course, there are many other issues that flow from that, whether it be housing, water, electricity, roads, and so on. But those 3 or 4 issues are really very key. Of course, given that one is located at the National Council of Provinces, we need to pay special attention to ensure that our institutions work and they assist us to deliver a better quality of life to all our people.
Mr. Masondo, we'll have to leave it there for now. So thanks so much for stopping by. And hopefully we'll catch up again, hopefully after the State of the Nation address, just to get your views on that. But thanks so much. And that, of course, Mr. Amos Masondo, who is the Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces in Parliament.